know that expression, you learn something new every day? Well, here on Paige's Lessons, I'm going to share with you a variety of insights and self-reflections that will inspire and motivate you to rethink how you process and experience life. I'll be giving my best advice on topics such as relationships, career, and overall life transitions. I can't wait to share these golden nuggets with you. Let's get started. And now a quick break from our sponsor. Now back to the episode. Have you ever met someone and even though you haven't known them for more than a year, that they feel like they're your soul sister, or they just feel like a brother from another mother? And the fact that you haven't been friends for so many years is really strange. I am just really grateful for all of the connections I've made during the pandemic, because I was really anxious and afraid that because of the pandemic, I was going to lose a lot of my friendships. I was going to drive myself insane with the lack of, social events and activities and just hanging out. It was a really crappy time, and I identify as a extrovert. So when I see other people, that is where I get my energy, and I feel, it just feels so good to be around people, to an extent, right? Like, of course I want my alone time here and there in my privacy, but for the most part, I love being around people, and I love talking, and listening to folks' stories. So yeah, the pandemic was hard on everyone. Of course, I just wanted to mention in this lesson that when you do make a connection, whether that's from the pandemic or maybe it's a colleague from your job that you have only worked with each other for a few months and you just feel like, wow, this person gets me. This person, I feel like I can just vent to them and they totally understand. It's just a really special bond. And I'm curious if there's anyone in your life like that, whether you've known them less than a year or maybe you've known them for 10 years. It's so important to remember who your friends are. And if they do not accept you as 100% you, well, maybe there was a reason why they didn't stick around. I know the pandemic screwed a lot of us up in a lot of ways, right? It changed our habits, it changed our normal, it changed our behaviors. But if anything, being distant from my quote unquote friends, I actually learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about expectations I put on other people, especially the expectations I have on friends and how I think they should or should not show up for me. And I'm really grateful that I had that time to reflect. I am not grateful for the pandemic. It was an absolutely terrible thing. But I am grateful for the lessons of who are your real friends, who do you feel is really close to you and actually has your back, and even people who I've known for less than a year and I've never even met them in person, only through Zooms and FaceTimes and Insta Lives. And there is a lot of community that I built just from my business during the pandemic. And I feel like these other people that are in my life, majority of them, they're all coaches. They are just so supportive and just want to see me grow and thrive. And I'm just really, really grateful to have an online platform, to have the technology for all of us to communicate, and really that other people are showing up and being vulnerable. I'm just so grateful. So really big shout out to everyone I've ever connected with, especially during this pandemic, and the fact that I truly call you a friend and I am super loyal. Like, if you need anything, I got you. And just remember, like, again, if this person doesn't accept you for 100% who you are and want to watch you grow and succeed and be the best version of yourselves, then why are they in your life? And just think about, what are the other relationships that I'm tending to keep just because of memories? Or am I really keeping this relationship because I see a future going forward? If this podcast truly resonates with you, take a screenshot of the episode and share it on your social media story. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook, and my handle is @paigemitchell.coach. I'm so excited to see what you shared and connect with you. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, take care.